Shalom, Mishpacha. Shalom, beloved. Shalom, shalom. I'm not sure how well this is working because I've had so much trouble with the live stream in the past. Could be my computer. So far, it doesn't look like anybody's watching. And that's okay. Supposedly, there's a way on YouTube you can let people know ahead of time that you're going to live stream. I did see that, but I personally haven't tried that yet, so I have to try that. But for those of you who will perhaps see this later, shalom, shalom. Still, I apologize, William, who requested the sharing about, from a Messianic perspective, the topic of the rapture, because I still have lots of information I want to gather, things to study. I'm really so glad that you asked about it, because I wanted to, I've been wanting to do something like that for quite some time on that particular topic. And also, it was requested, I'm not sure if you want me to mention your name or not, but it was also requested to talk about now about the topic of relationships. I'd done a video of that some time ago. I don't know, it wasn't that long ago, but it was still, had to have been more than a year ago. Anyways, I would like to actually share and talk about that some more. And talk about that now. I have actually, there's a lot of difficult lessons that I have learned on that matter. And I can look at the difficult things and be sad, or I can, well, it's okay to be sad sometimes, but I can also rejoice in all the things that I've gotten to learn. I mean, it's a blessing, really, the difficulties we go through. But what is really heavy on my heart right now, not just right now, but has been, is that, I mean, right now, the United States is in tremendous turmoil. It has been for quite some time. And there is a great sin in which has been neglected. Perhaps not by all, but for certain, it's something that is it's awful, and not really that much has been done about it, if anything. And that is the issue of abortion. And I know that I know some people say, well, it's not something, not something to talk about. It's actually, it's scary, really, how many people in the body of believers feel it's not something really to talk about. It's everybody's own choice. Well, I had done a video on this as well many years ago, actually I think 10 years ago, about this, and I shared the same verse that I'm about to share. Of course, it's just as relevant now as it was some years ago and in ancient times. And this is from the book of Yirmiyahu, as we say in Hebrew, Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 4 and 5. I'm going to start with 4 and 5. This is Abba speaking to the prophet Jeremiah. Then the word of Adonai came to me, saying, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I sanctified you. I ordained you a prophet in the nations. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. So that means before you were even a thought. Before two people came together, Hashem knew you. He knew the mistakes that you would make. He knew the good things you would do. He knew everything about you before you even existed, before you were even a thought by human beings. He knew you. You cannot tell me that this little dot inside of a woman that just happens to have shapes like hands, fingers, is not of importance. You cannot tell me that. You cannot tell me this is not a life. And certainly, these lives, just because they do not have a voice, does not mean that they're any less important. I think of the Holocaust, how so many people were so quiet. People who had the opportunity to speak on behalf of Jewish people, on behalf of the people who lost their lives, so many were so quiet. Ones who could have said something because they were afraid to lose their life. And if we are not able to speak up on this matter, which is in fact another Holocaust of the unborn child, then something is terribly wrong. This is a great sin, a tremendous sin. And it is one of the greatest abominations to our King. Think about the sacrifices to Moloch, the child, the human sacrifices. This is the same thing. This is the same thing. It's not any different. Oh, hi there. I'm sorry, I didn't see everybody there. Shalom. Shalom, Isaac. Shalom, Matthew. Shalom, Missy. Shalom. All that is required is that good men do nothing. Perhaps you can share more on that. Or explain more on that. Yeah, I'm really troubled by this matter because it is troubling. But even recently, having had a conversation with a dear friend of mine, I thought, that is one of the things that we cannot be silent about it. It's not any different, It's like if I have, for example, if I had a friend, and or I do have a friend, but if one of my friends, I find out that someone is plotting to take their life that day, I mean, am I just going to be quiet about it and just hope for the best? Hope that at the last minute, whoever that person who was planning to kill my friend will change their mind? Or am I going to make a lot of noise and do all that I can to protect my friend? I would definitely say the best friend, the good friend, would be the one who would be noisy, who would be loud, who would not let a life be taken. So, shalom.